ArchFilmLund Prize 2018 and a work scholarship of 10,000 crowns for best long documentary goes to film director François-Xavier Destors for your documentary Melting Souls.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I'm very, very honored to receive the prize from the ArchFilmLund Festival. It's the first prize for Melting Souls, my film about this impossible city in Norilsk in Russia, lost in Siberia. I was pretty excited to come here. It's very touching me because most of the characters that played in the film would have loved to be here. Unfortunately, they cannot be here with me because they are far away in Russia. But I will share the prize with them, and probably that will comfort them somehow. This film is basically a poem dedicated to this impossible city lost in Siberia and to the power of resistance and the capacity to adapt of their inhabitants. This city is a mirage. It's like a dream. When I arrived there the first time, I could not eat for like 6 days because I had the taste of the gas in my mouth, you know. The pollution was overwhelming, and you don't really see that in the film, but it's one of the most polluted cities in the world. It's rejecting in one day what France is rejecting in 1 month. So you just can't breathe. The idea was really to make a tribute to this incredible sense of belonging that we can find in such a place. Norilsk is 5,000 kilometers away from the civilization. It's lost. It is quite a large city because today probably 180,000 people are living there. And it used to be the jewel of USSR because there is this huge factory called Norilsk Nickel, which is the first worldwide producer of copper and nickel. The Russians are very proud of this city because if you manage to survive in Norilsk, then you can survive everywhere. So this place is very special, but in the same time, you can feel some ambivalence and some contradictions within the city, within the relationship they have with the city. It's a film that took me 8 years to make because the city is closed. It's a forbidden city. So foreigners like me cannot go to this city without a permit, without an authorization from the secret services. So it was quite challenging for me and my team. I can talk about that a little bit because it's really a big issue. It was a big issue during the shooting because of course we were controlled and followed every time, and we had many situations where my characters were threatened by the authorities. Many of them lost their job, they lost their kids' place in school, this kind of stuff, because they were talking to me. But once again, I'm really lucky to have found those people who accepted to share their story and to share their intimacy, and share their thought, and open their hearts also, which was not easy at all. And I myself was arrested many times. I ended up in jail. I had to pay like 8,000 or 9,000 euros to go out of jail and keep working because, you know, I was filming in forbidden territories, and they found a lot of reasons to arrest me. Sometimes just to scare me, because, you know, it was like, it's a frozen place. It's like USSR. So it was really like James Bond.
The film is beautiful, and it's beautiful also that you managed to catch The warmth of a very cold place.
There's always beauty everywhere, you know. It might be a little bit common to say that, but after such a trip, such an experience, you realize that it's true.
I wonder, were you surprised of that, or you were aware of that when you came for the first time?
Honestly, I expected grayness and you know, sadness everywhere, and or old people, or just miners drinking their salaries. You know, the cliché that you can have on Russia and on cities, in Arctic cities, but especially former gulags. But yes, I was quite amazed. And in fact, that's when I met those young people who were making music late at night in squats or in abandoned places. They are playing with the setting. That's something I just discovered when I was over there. And of course, this was not written. To film how they find ways to escape. How do they build an inner world, build from within something to resist the exterior, the outside, the environment. So that was the whole idea. So how to make a home is a very harsh question, but I think we have different kind of answers in my film. Firstly, you have to convince yourself that you are in the right place. And that's probably the hardest thing to do. But most of them did. And secondly, I think you also need to create a sense of brotherhood. It's really about solidarity. It's about sharing a situation and you know, belonging to a community. That's also what's making home.